What's up, everybody? Bagman here, bringing you a gameplay slash commentary for some Battlefield 3. And this is probably, I would say, about 14 or 15 hours after the launch of Battlefield. And I was actually supposed to be playing this on PC, but I was having technical difficulties with the EA slash Origin client or whatever. And I've always had really bad experience with EA in the past, and it's the reason why I've actually quit a few different games and MMOs that I used to play. So I was like, I didn't even want to mess with it or talk to customer service. I was like, screw it, just give me a refund and I'm going to go buy it for PS3. So they had no problem doing that. And so I guess I'll be playing Battlefield 3 on some PS3 instead of PC. And the one kind of crappy part about that is the PS3 only holds 12 people a team. So when you want to do like conquest games or something like that, it's only 12 on 12 on these giant maps that are on PC. There's 60, 70 people on. And another problem with that is everyone just loves the vehicles so much. So probably 8 out of the 12 people are actually in vehicles, and if you're not in a vehicle yourself, you're only hunting down 3 or 4 different people. But this gameplay is actually a TDM game, and I am using the SV98, which I probably shouldn't have, especially in a TDM game, because I've noticed that TDM games are extremely fast-paced. I was not expecting this. It's kind of like COD, because it's just constant action. It's 12 on 12, and all the maps seem to be cut down to one little section. Like this one right here is one of the biggest one, Caspian Borders, but we're only on the gas station part of it, which is kind of nice because it makes for a quicker gameplay. There's no vehicles, from what I can see, really in TDM. Maybe a tank or a jeep on certain maps, but they're not even really that big of a deal. But yeah, so that's why you kind of see me sitting back with the SV. I realized that I couldn't rush with it really, because, like I said, it's just constant action. Anywhere you go, you're running into 3-4 people, and you see that in this game because I move a corner and I try to get across the map, and all of a sudden I'm getting shot upon by like 3 or 4 people. And like right here is just not a very good spot either. I'm right in the middle of the map. But then again, I haven't played them that much, so I'm kind of still learning and figuring out the spawns of TDM and Conquest and the Rush game. And I haven't played the squad TDMs or anything like that because I'd rather be with a team to do that. And one of the small bugs that I've seen so far is that for some odd reason, when you hit select and try to look at the other team, it'll only show you the one person. Yeah, camp that out. And you only see one person that actually killed you last. And right here, I'm not sure how I died. I think a guy peppered the truck in front of me and blew it up. And I just wasn't paying attention to it. And in TDM, the ticket count goes up to 100, at least on the consoles. I'm sure it goes much higher on the PCs, or the PC players. Blah, 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 blah. But, anyways, so far, I would say EA did a pretty decent job at the launch. Some of the servers are a little laggy here and there. Some are pretty laggy. Sometimes it takes a couple times to get into the game. I remember to get my very first game, it took me 4 attempts. But I mean, it's still better than most game launches. I mean, Black Ops, the first week and a half, it was fucking terrible. You could not stay in a party, get a team going. And like I said, right there, I thought I was able to get at least enough time to get one of them, and I got sprayed from like 2 or 3 different angles. So right here, I'm actually trying to look for that first guy that was shooting at me. And it's a little bit more difficult than Battlefield 3 because the dots don't really come up unless they're marked. Which I notice people don't really do that often. So if you play Battlefield, and even before, like rule of thumb, before you even start shooting at them, just hit that select button real quick. Get that mark on them. And it'll help your team out drastically. And you don't, I say do that, and myself, I'm not even doing it that much in this game. But most of the time, I'm marking. And mostly because I find if you do a lot of marking and those players get killed, you get points. I mean, it's only 10 points per mark, but I mean, 10 points goes a long way. And then if you mark them and get an assist, and then somebody else kills him, you get the extra assist kill, plus you get the spot bonus. But you don't get the spot bonus if you're the only one that, or if you end up killing the guy. You just get your regular kill points, which isn't a big deal. And I think I overstayed my welcome in this house for pretty much too much, because I think I was here for a few minutes now, and I'm just picking guys off, so they all are going to respawn and know exactly where I am. And speaking of respawns, when you see me die, I actually cut the few seconds out where I see the person that killed me, because that's fucking annoying, and I know other people don't want to see that stupid crap either. And then I just cut it out so that way, just right to the action, no sitting at death screens or my customization of my gun or anything like that. And so far, I've actually been using other classes too, kind of leveling them up evenly, so that way I can get a decent look at the other guns and stuff like that. I really like using the assault rifle medic pack, the DE, in TDM, because you don't really have to go very long distances at all to run into combat. I mean, you just get into somewhat of their spawn, find a decent spot, throw a med pack down, and just pick them as they come. And they will come. If you find the right traffic area, it's not uncommon for like 6-7 people just to keep running back to that spot. And all you have to do is kind of adjust your positioning, so that way they're not spraying as they're coming around the corner and they're expecting to be in one place, and you just pick them off from the next. And like I said, it's a really good way to do it, especially in this game, because there is a lot of action. Like I said, it kind of reminds me almost like, I know it's stupid to compare the games, but it almost reminds me of a Call of Duty team deathmatch based, like maybe COD 4 days, because of the spawns. Because the spawns can be really bad depending on what map you are. I have plenty of times already that I literally spawned right in somebody's crosshairs, and they just mowed me down as soon as I spawned. But I've also had the exact opposite, where I've been walking, and all of a sudden 1, 2, even 3 people spawn right in front of me, and I just mow them all down. Let's see. Another good thing about TDM is that the spawn delays are a lot shorter. It's almost instantly. And what was the other thing I liked about TDM? Drawing a blank. Okay. Oh yeah, I've never had an overwhelming win or loss in TDM. Like, the very worst I've ever lost is like 100 kills to like maybe 80. And the most I've ever won is like 100 kills to like 75, 80 as well. And it seems to be pretty balanced that way. You haven't really, and maybe I haven't come across any like teams or anything like that, but there's been times where I've gotten stomped in TDM and our team still wins, or I get stomped and we still only lose by a couple. It seems pretty evenly matched out. Let's see here. Oh, one bug that they fixed was with the actual sniper rifles. When you shoot, you can't YY or triangle out of it and not have to bolt, because as soon as you bring the gun back up, you bolt again, now, which is a pretty decent thing, because the rate of fire you had with it was not the most ideal. And I tried out this M1911 pistol, and I didn't like it at all. Only 9 bullets per clip, and it's pretty much the same damage as the other one, so I'm just going to stick with the other pistols. I just got the straight pull pin on the SV98, so we'll see if that actually works like it's supposed to. Ooh, get quick scope! That's another thing I noticed too. I had to start slowing down because I was shooting the sniper like I would in COD, and it just wasn't working out that well. And I think we ended up losing this game, so I apologize for uploading a losing game, but it's one of my better, I guess, sniper games, as you could say, so far. With action-wise, the other ones, I have a couple more kills with it, but the games are twice as long, and it's just not as much action as a TDM game. And I tried jumping out that window, or jump shooting out that window a couple of times, just messing around, see if I can't get a nice little cross the map or something. Yeah, this game's coming to an end pretty soon, and I plan on bringing a few more Battlefield gameplays to you and to the channel, but it won't be that much when it comes towards Modern Warfare 3 time. That game's going to be pretty much the only thing I play until I get bored. So, I mean, I'll bring in what I can. Until then, have a good one. All right.